This time on STV, we're here at Sledarama in Peterborough, Ontario, because we've cleaned out the shop and we're going to try to sell some inventory, also known as junk, at the swap meet. STV is brought to you by Zox Helmets, a clear view for every adventure. Ultimax Belts, performance driven, performance proven. And by Best Western Hotels and Resorts. In a previous episode of STV, the crew and I went down to Heydays. Now, a big part of that event is an absolutely enormous swap meet. And that swap meet inspired me to clean out the shop of all the extra parts and old sleds I had lying around, to bring them here to the 27th annual running of Sledarama in Peterborough, Ontario, to turn those parts into, well, money to buy more parts. Junk will expand to the space given to it, and I'm at that point in the shop. And because I'm there, I decided I needed to create some room, and I figured the best place to move some inventory is here at Sledarama. But before we get to the swap tables, let's look back at the roots of this great event. Sledarama is celebrating its 27th birthday, and 25 of those years have been here at the Memorial Centre in Peterborough, where the swap has become a big draw for the crowds, and it's created a much more grassroots feeling to the overall show. To tell us more about it, we spoke with Rich Kehoe, the captain of this ship.
The swap meet is what everyone loves. It's fun, it's like next level. It's like Heydays condensed down on one day, where people come from all over the place to check out basically junk. Like finding those gems that you never thought you needed. It's all here. It's like old junkers are here. If you need like a headlight from a 1972 Rupp, it will be here. And then there's all these collectibles too. Like there's a lot of paraphernalia, like old snowmobile suits, helmets, all vintage stuff. And people just come from all over just to check it out. Just to walk the swap is fun. And if you've ever talked to a swapper, that's fun.
A big part of the success of Sledarama is Joe Scullard, who is the one who started this whole thing way back when, and is still here every year volunteering his time, and he starts early in the morning to organize the vendors in the swap meet. Before the big day, we had the chance to speak with Joe about his role here in Peterborough.
Some people call it junk, I call it treasure. Guys with a whole bunch of sled parts, whether they're newer or older, they bring them, sell them out of their trucks and trailers on the ground, whether the weather's bad or good. And a lot of the people that come, they come again and they come again and they come again. That's vendors and stuff. And as I talked to Rich already about this year's show, there's more people coming for the swap meet. So I'm a little nervous tomorrow morning at 5 o'clock parking a bunch of vehicles. Oh my God, I'm gonna go put this puzzle together. But guess what? That beautiful piece of puzzle, it comes together for some reason, and for some way it does. Anyways, but it's a whole team of people that do it, right? You want to say they're like family. When Sledarama, it's like a family. It's like family.
Putting the pieces of the puzzle together is something everyone here at Sledarama appreciates. Even the vendors who are inside the buildings look forward to sneaking away from their booths to check out the swap, looking for that one thing they didn't even know they needed.
Well, I think the atmosphere changes dramatically from Toronto. Toronto's a very city feel. Out here is a very country, more of a grassroots, in the middle of snowmobiling country. Brings a whole different crowd, a completely different feel with the swap meet outside. Something for everybody, new, gently used, very old. So we make it a point where each guy from the booth gets a chance to go and peruse the show and get around outside. And I mean, there's some real gems to find out there. You got to get early pickings though. Get here early, and that's when the good stuff's there.
I think the swap brings out a lot more people because not everyone is looking for new, they're looking for used, they're looking to keep the vintage going. I'm always looking for my race parts for my SRX. I've bought Thunderjets out of here, I've bought lots of different things. A lot of guys have picked up rare TNT parts, right down to new MXZ parts. Yeah, I actually look forward to this a lot because we see a lot of new people, we see a lot of our normal customers, a ton of friends. I'm 100% love talking snowmobile. My whole background is snowmobile. I love being here for that reason only.
It takes a huge amount of effort from everyone involved to pull together Sledarama Sunday, but this event has become an annual tradition for many of the vendors as well as the folks attending. For me, walking around talking to the many friends I've met over the years, some of whom I only see once a year here, makes this weekend something special. Also here with us at Sledarama is Briar, who is a new member of the OSM and STV crew. Now, in future episodes of the show, she'll be joining me as we hit the snow.
I'm really excited to actually go ahead and move forward with this position. It kind of just goes hand in hand with my whole history. My family has been in car dealerships their whole life. I have raced dirt bikes and I've shown horses my whole life, so it's horsepower or power sports. It just makes sense at the end of the day, and it's fun. It's what I like doing. When I was 12 years old, I got my sled license, and that was kind of the key to the world at that point. So had that growing up. Santa brought me a Mini Z, and also just a whole game changer as a child, and it's been in my blood since I can even remember. I've raced dirt bikes since I was 11, and I've shown horses since I was 5. So with my power sports history, horses, anything, it's a full circle moment, so I'm happy to be part of the team.
I'm looking forward to have Briar along. She's the real deal, and I think will bring some new perspectives to the show. This year, I'm especially looking forward to being part of the swap meet, and the sales start right after this. This segment is brought to you by Zox Helmets. All right, sit rep. It's 5:15 in the morning. We made it roughly on time in the lineup. We're just waiting to get inside for Sledarama, get all of the rest of our junk all spread out all over the place, and we'll be ready for the crowds in an hour or so. Should be a good morning. But yeah, alarm going off at 4 o'clock was not fun. But we're here, and coffee's on its way, so we'll be good in about 10 minutes. Say hi, you're on Candid Camera.
Candid Camera, hey, that's my favorite show. You fellas here for the swap?
We are here for the swap.
Okay.
Fancy meeting you here.
Look at
How much junk you got in the back of that thing?
Gonna get me a Massey Ferguson.
I got a Massey Ferguson.
Woo!
It's nice to be kind of at the front of the line for a change rather than at the back of the line, so you should have a pretty good place to park. Now, you might have noticed we cheated a little bit. Yesterday, we got our big trailer in there with all the old sleds on it. Sometimes it pays to know somebody, so we talked to Joe and he snuck us in yesterday late afternoon. But this morning should be good. Here's Simon, here's the boys.
What's going on?
Not much.
We're registered?
Yeah, I'm registered. Should be on the list. Under Rich Kehoe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right, now we gotta look for Joe. Hey, there's Joe. Hey, Joe. Can we leave that second trailer in here, or do you want it out?
You got stuff on it?
Yeah. So we can put them like tongue to tongue.
Yes, that'd be fantastic. Please.
Yeah? All right.
Fantastic. Good morning, everybody.
Morning.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Cool. So just do that for me, and then are you taking the truck out, are you?
Yeah, truck's
Are you?
gonna be gone.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool. You're looked after.
Cool.
All right.
All right.
I'm on to the next piece.
All right, get that puzzle together. It was nice to be at the front of the line for a change, and I wanted to thank Joe for sneaking us in last night to drop off the trailer with a few of the diamonds in the rough I'm looking to send down the road. Now, along for the ride this weekend is my brother and a few of his buddies to hang out and sell some merch. Now, I think they may be looking for some highballer spenders because one of the sleds they've got on the trailer is maybe a tad overpriced, and they're only asking $7.69. All right, so we've got inventory here. We got so much stuff, and I'm a little ashamed to admit that some of these parts I've been hanging on since our years started with the 19, not even 20. So definitely time to move some of this stuff. Let me show you what I got. I mean, you need a bulb primer. Got one of those. Apparently it's $2. Pretty good price. You want a heel clicker clutch kit for an old Polaris wedge chassis? Got one of those. We got stuff. Are you a Massey enthusiast? Yeah, obviously you are because you knew that was $297. Because I didn't know it was $297.
Yeah, the $297, the porting ain't quite as square as the $295 they made in the later years. You get more power out of the smaller ones, surprisingly.
Oh, that's all right. So, I mean, it's here. We could lift this thing off and throw it over there really easy. I mean, the time to make a deal on this is now. You don't want to know how much I got invested in this.
I'll come see you later in the day.
Later in the day?
It might get cheaper.
I don't think it's going to get much cheaper.
You want to take it home, though? That's the problem.
I don't want to take it home. I think you need to make a deal for it right now. Somebody's going to come by and be like, you're going to come back, it's going to be gone, I can guarantee.
How much you want for it?
I'm thinking of a number. Are you thinking of a number?
No.
Here's a negotiating tactic my brother taught me. I'm going to say a number, and you say a number, and if we're close, we split the difference. $1, $2, $30. You didn't say a number.
69.
Did you check out the chrome on this? I'm selling it hard, aren't I? It's just $30. He wouldn't take it. Thanks, Ken. All right. With the crowd starting to filter in, we've had some sales already, and the one sled that I was worried about selling is sold. The SRX is gone to a new home. Excellent. Deals are happening. First sled is sold. It's the only one of value. Everything else is sort of shit, but you'd say shit on TV? Just said shit on TV. So far, so good. Sales have been great, but the conversations we've had with people have been even better. Coming up after the break, this whole thing continues. This segment is brought to you by Camso. Currently, we're doing pretty good. We've got 2 sleds sold. We're not asking a lot. One sled we sold for $40, so it's not like it was a big achievement. But parts are starting to leave. Folks are coming through now. It's gonna get interesting. We need all this stuff gone. I don't want to come home with anything. Can I interest you in another ice oval race sled? You know the performance of that thing.
I've seen the performance of that thing.
Well, it's only got to go one way. It can only go up. Can I interest you in a blender? By employing my shrewd negotiating tactics, I am having a blast here hanging out at the booth. Really happy that stuff is selling, which means I'll have more room for more stuff on the shelves back at the shop. Now, the blender hasn't sold yet, but I'm happy that some of the old stuff have been selling quite good. It definitely pays to hang on to stuff for literally decades, keep it safe and dry and in near perfect condition, than to sell it for $1. Just happy it's gone.
$100 for the pair?
$100 for the pair.
Sure, I'll take those.
Yeah. It's $120 for the kit, and you get all of that. Well, you're twisting my arm. Would you take $150 and you can take them? Rich, we have a fella here that rides in New Brunswick quite a bit. He's very interested in these split rail skis, but he says they're worn out and they're no good. $1,400 brand new, but
Make Jeff an offer he can't refuse.
well, they're your skis. He offered $200. I said, no, I'm only going to take $150 for him. But now he's hemming and hawing about it. So
I would have taken $125.
they're coming down.
We can even carry. They're so heavy. We'll carry them to your truck.
I'm storing stuff back here behind the trailer. I got inventory packed up back there.
You got sold?
Sold
Already?
Yeah.
Oh, split rails. They'll give you $100 a side.
do we hear 110? I sold the Legend too. Guess how much? Guess how much I got for the Skidoo? Guess how much?
$75.
40. I'd even be willing to throw in a Massey Ferguson on the trade.
Oh,
Both of them? $300.
no, Jesus, come on.
300.
You gotta throw that in though. Yeah, that's fine.
With that?
Yep.
300.
Yep.
Done.
That's how you roll, bitch. You got it. Who's gonna carry them out for me?
That is the art of the deal right there. 40?
Yeah, but damn it, he beat me. Oh no, no. Oh my God, no.
40.
No. Oh. What a shame. Can you guys load it in my trailer for me? I want to touch it. Goodbye, my love. That's a classic. Yeah. Just like that.
Sleds are leaving one after another. This is good. Anybody need a blender?
Hey! What? It's my money. There we go.
I am surprised that the sleds are going as well as they are too. With the SRX selling early in the day, the other old junkers are getting picked off one by one as well. Some of them are going for a little less than I thought they would. The Classic Indy went for almost asking, but besides Snowmobiler, it's the second best unit on the trailer.
We're gonna split this up. It's easier for everybody.
You're gonna sell that rare piece to him for 50, and then we get
The whole sled.
that whole
with the
sweetheart
slide rails.
With the slide rails,
Yeah.
for 30.
With this.
You can say no.
This goes with
You
it.
can say no.
Jeff, wait.
Deal.
Which way is this going?
Deal.
Well, that goes
I
with
can
that.
go with that. Yeah.
That's already got a little bit of smash on
Oh,
the
I think
back.
you got a deal. I think you got a deal.
Yeah? So you're getting this for 50?
Yep.
And he gets the whole sled for 30.
That's, you got her.
This right here.
All right, you got 50 for a piece of plastic and
I'm the
30 for the rest of the sled.
I'm the proud owner.
The worst part is, I know I spent $400 to buy that sled in 2006.
$30 for a running engine? I don't get it what Jeff's doing here. He's just clearance, liquidating. Cut.
This segment is brought to you by Wiseco.
All right, so I got a deal that's sort of cooking for Snowmobiler. I really want to get rid of that sled because it's not doing me any good anymore. But the guy that's doing the negotiating is like super tough. He beat us up hard on a set of split rail skis earlier, so I don't know how this is going to work out. But I think he's interested. Come on, let's go. Here we go. So who am I negotiating with you?
Yeah, you have to.
Okay, here we go. So this is going to be interesting. I started at $1,000.
No,
and
you
were
didn't.
like, I was hoping, dreaming maybe for $1,000 that, I really kind of want 800.
And you're dreaming then at 800.
I don't know if I was dreaming in Technicolor in 800, but I might have been dreaming a little bit. So where are you at? Because I know 300. No, I can't do 300.
What can you
I
do?
got 500.
No.
500. It's a whole sled for 500 that will run if we squirt some gas down the car.
350.
500.
No.
We've been down this road before.
And I said no many times.
But somebody else over here is going to buy it for 500.
Nope. No. 4. You're dealing with me.
Dealing with you?
Yeah.
I heard 4.
4.
I should do
Well, he's doing better than I am, so you better take 4.
I'll do 4.
Done. 400.
Done.
Have we
It's too
shaken
late.
yet?
It's done. It's done. Here, shake my hand. Shake my hand.
Well, you got.
Well, there's one of
Are
you
you gonna
shaking.
buy your sled back?
I haven't seen any handshakes yet.
Got to go with the Snowmobile. It has
And
to.
he'll wear it.
I can do that.
You can do that. Okay.
Done.
$400. Snowmobiler is gone. $400, baby.
The Snowmobiler has been a great sled for me, even though its performance was a little dim. It provided me with a great journey into the ice oval racing world, and I really enjoyed the time I spent with friends and folks along the way, like the Turk, who was a great mentor as I navigated my way into this world.
Here's a truism in racing. If you want to take a pile of like $2,000 and burn it down to $400, do that. Yeah. Here, you can throw that on. And we need to get a picture of this. Where's my phone?
Hey, there we go.
Safety first. Oh yeah, all the safety.
The new dummy.
Honestly, I'm not really concerned what the sled is worth. It's already paid me back in the experience of it all and has done what I wanted it to do here on STV, so for me, its story is done. $400 was a little less than I expected, but how do you put a price on something as priceless as this sled?
All right, so here's my strategy. I'd wait to the end of the day and go bug my buddy Jeremy because he's got a big wad of cash in his pocket from selling a bunch of stuff here at Sledarama, and sell him all the crap I don't want to bring home. We did pretty good.
All right, let's go, Jeff. Thanks for the deals.
Yeah, you're welcome. Well, we're at the end of the day here at Sledarama, and what a day it's been. A lot of laughs, a lot of fun, haggling back and forth with different people coming to the booth, and it was just such a great day. And you know what? We may not have made the most money on all the parts, but the way I look at it, those parts were doing nothing for me, just sitting on the shelf back at the shop collecting dust, so I might as well have done something with them, which I did, got a little bit of money, and definitely have a budget for some new parts to find to fill those shelves back up. Now, we definitely maybe left a little bit of money on the table, but you know what? Still happy that everybody's going home with a smile on their face, and I'm hoping the young lad that's got Snot Rocket is going to be out there on the track competing with it. We'll see you in Eganville or somewhere along the way. Anyways, the next thing all we need now is snow, which is going to happen on a future episode of STV. Now, let's pack up the rest of this junk and go home.
STV has been brought to you by Yamaha, revs your heart. The Toronto International Snowmobile, ATV, and Powersports Show. And by OSMMag.com, your digital source for everything snowmobiles.
Hey, thanks for watching. Please hit that like and subscribe button.